Hey guys, welcome to the KickBack FC. Thank you for joining us once again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
So welcome back to the KickBack FC, your go-to spot for unfiltered real talk, all things football. But I ain't even had an intro up, so we just gonna get right into it. How you boys feeling tonight?
I
Feeling
feel
good, man.
great. Hey, listen, we all did well this week. This is a good
Yeah.
week, boys. We all did well this week, you know.
Everybody came out with a dub.
Yeah, everybody came out with a dub. We can't be mad this week. Come on, man.
Yeah. Everybody check on your friends.
Mike, how you feeling?
Omar, where you at? Omar, where you at?
I'm feeling great, man. Another Chelsea win. On top of that, Cowboys won today. I'm feeling great. How about you, Gabriel?
I can't complain, bro. Listen, the Browns won today. Big win. Arsenal got a dub. Can't complain. Salam, how you feeling?
I feel good. I mean, United won today. They beat Liverpool FC. The Seahawks have yet to play. They play tomorrow. But Ohio State won.
Yes, sir.
And Liverpool lost. So, Cornelius, how are you feeling?
Good, man. It's good to be back. I know we took last week off because of the international break. Congrats to Ghana for making the World Cup. Got to officially put that out there. Liberia, we try hard, but next time we can make it. Now we fight for AFCON, now the next one team. But yeah, man, it's been a good week, bro. Went to a wedding last night. Shout out Taylor, shout out Brian. Beautiful ceremony, beautiful wedding. But yeah, man, just want to talk footy. It's been a couple of weeks. I know we've been in the group chat, but it's been a while since we were able to sit down. Like Gabriel said, all of our teams won, so this is going to be one of the more fun episodes. Definitely, we don't have to, talk about how our teams are trash. But before we get into the Premier League, man, we got to talk about our domestic league. We got to talk about the MLS. Playoffs are starting this upcoming week. We have the play-in game for the teams in the 8th and 9th place. They play a one-off game to determine who will be in that 8th seed for the tournament. As we know, the 1 plays the 8, the 2 plays the 7, the 3 plays the 6, and then the 4 and the 5 teams play. That's how the bracket will break down. Obviously, we'll talk about Columbus and Cincinnati since they are going to see each other in the first round. But we're going to start off just by looking at the matchups and just talking about who we think will make it into the next round. So starting with the Western Conference, we have first place. We have. Oh no, actually, I want to do first place. We want to know who's going to play San Diego. So right now, second place we have Vancouver Whitecaps versus 7th place FC Dallas. Who do y'all think is going to make it out of that tie?
Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver has shown to be a very good team, and I would be very surprised if Dallas pulls off this upset. But it's definitely Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Vancouver, they got too much for Dallas.
I agree. I'm going with Vancouver there too. Third place, LAFC versus 6th place, Austin FC. Shout out Austin. Actually 2 expansion teams. Both of the teams, facing off in that first round. Who do we have there?
I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Brad Suver. I'm going Austin FC.
Hey, wow. So that's a bold prediction, but after Son got to LAFC, what he's done for them, I mean,
I can agree.
There's no way that, it's a possibility, but for me, I think LAFC has the upper hand here because Son is the difference maker, and I think he's going to show up for them. So I'm going to LAFC.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Brad gonna save him. I think some might have a game, but I think Brad gonna save him. That's all.
It's a best of 3 series, so you got to win 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think LA. I'm going with Mike. I think it'll go 3 matches. I think it'll go down to the wire. But I think LAFC has too much firepower. So, what about you?
I think just because it's over the course of the best out of 3, I'm gonna go with Austin. LAFC's defense is just not where it needs to be going into the playoffs. But if this was a one-off game, yeah, I'd probably go with LA. But over the course of 2 legs.
Interesting. Okay, we got a little bit of split. And then the 4 and the 5, we see we see Minnesota United versus Seattle Sounders FC. Who do you guys have in that tie?
Going Seattle.
That one actually could be very interesting. It could be interesting.
I'm gonna go Seattle off the strength, but Minnesota can catch them lacking 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. But for me, I like to go with history, legacy. I feel like Seattle's already they've already won a trophy this year, so
yeah,
they have that continuity. They have that chemistry among them. I think they can do it. I'll go with Seattle in this matchup.
I'm gonna go Minnesota, man. I've been talking about this Minnesota team all year, even though Tani has gone to play in Europe. They just have an overall just great team. Like they don't really have any stars. Let me not say they don't have any stars, but they just have an overall like very, very good team. But I agree, this is going to be an interesting matchup. The 4 versus the 5 is always an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's always close.
Yeah, it's always close. But yeah, so that is the Western Conference, and then in first place is San Diego. We will figure out if they are going to be playing Portland and Real Salt Lake. But since we don't know who they will be seeing, San Diego, between Portland and Salt Lake, what do y'all think? Who comes out of that match?
Well, first of all, shout out to San Diego for clinching the West. Expansion team, first year in the MLS, top of the table in the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. So shout out to them. But to be honest, I think it would be a better matchup with Portland than it would be with. I think it would be a mismatch if they played Real Salt Lake City. To be honest,
I'm Portland.
Oh wow, Portland.
Mm-hmm. I got Salt Lake. I've been a Diego Luna fan all year.
I know the Luna hype, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna stop now, man. I'm with you, Diego. I'm with you, Diego. Yeah. All right, man. Moving to the East. So we got Inter Miami, 3rd place, facing Nashville, 6th place. I'm not gonna hold you. This is my eyes are on this matchup. What y'all got?
Oh yeah,
bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you follow our season, our recaps week by week, I've been rocking with this team for a bit, and I love Messi, but I got Nashville going through. I'm not
Mukhtar, come here.
I got Mukhtar. I got a Mukhtar going assist. Lock it in. Because that's definitely hitting, just like Messi goal or assist, that's definitely hitting during this match too. But I really do think Nashville is going to be considered an upset just because it's Messi, But I do think that Nashville really does have what it takes to get through, and I think they will. At the end of the day, I really do think they will. So,
I'm on the other end. I mean, after last night, I don't know if Nashville has enough for Inter Miami, but we'll see. Any team that has
Mike is buying that Sergio Busquets hype. Sergio Busquets retirement.
They have Rodrigo De Paul too, man. They have reinforcements, I'll say. So I'm going with Messi, man.
You can.
Nashville's a better team, I feel like, from top to bottom, but I feel like there's just a lot stacked up against Nashville, and I don't know if all of that is on the field, but I don't know.
I agree.
I'm gonna go Inter Miami only because Messi hasn't won the league here yet, and I feel like this year he really wants to make a charge, especially with Busquets' retirement. I feel like this year Messi is really going to try to win the league, but that's going to be another tricky one. My eyes are going to be on that matchup the entire tournament, or at least the entire first round. By the way,
Golden Boot.
Yeah. So the 4 versus the 5 in the East is Charlotte FC in 4th place versus New York City FC in 5th place. This is interesting because I feel like we've talked about Charlotte a lot this year, but New York kind of had a very, very late run. You know, they were out of playoff contention a few months ago, and then just really the last couple of months, but just been winning games. You know, they're now in 5th place. So shout out to New York, to be honest. But what do you guys have in that matchup? We think it's Charlotte. We think it's Zaha.
I
And
think it could go either way.
I'm going
also I
Charlotte.
got a question because Zaha got a red card today. Does that go? Does that go into the playoffs? I'm not sure.
That's a good question. I'm not sure in the MLS how that works.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, I think this game could go either way, man. Charlotte has had a pretty decent season. What'd you say?
No, I was gonna say I would think it would like
I would
carry
assume,
over?
yeah,
Carry
I would
over.
assume it because when you get a red card in the last game of the year, it carries over to the next season. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I would assume. But yeah, it was just a question that I had because they're going to need Zaha. I
Absolutely.
feel like if you don't have
Absolutely.
Zaha, I mean, clearly he's their best player. Anytime he's on the ball, you know, you expect something big to happen. I feel like if Zaha isn't there, that's a very, very big miss for Charlotte.
Yeah,
So if
I just
Zaha
want
isn't
I just want to confirm too. He's out for that first match against
for that first match,
FC.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah.
yeah. So I want to lean Charlotte because I've been watching them a lot this year. But they're gonna have to win 2 games. So that first one's gonna be a big match. If they can somehow get a win without Zaha, then I think they're good.
Yeah, they're toast.
I think the where they finished at the end of the season was based on how they did, at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure without Zaha if they have enough. New York is sneaky. So in this matchup, to be honest, I don't know. But like you said, I've been watching Charlotte a lot too. I feel like I followed them a lot this year. So I'll probably go with Charlotte, but I'm not confident in that pick.
Understandable. It's gonna be tricky, man. The East, I mean, I feel like we've been talking about this all year, but the East, we thought Miami, Charlotte, Nashville, and Cincinnati were going to be the top teams along with Columbus. Columbus obviously had injuries, so they dropped in the East on the table. We've seen Nashville come up and down. We've seen Charlotte go up and down. I feel like Cincinnati's been the most consistent. But a lot of those teams, I mean, the 1 through the 8, the 1 through the 9, even it's tough. So the East is going to be a battleground for sure. Again, Philadelphia, shout out to them. We talked about them winning, most points in the table this year for the MLS. So they already have 1 cup. They're going to try to make it 2 this year. But we see Chicago playing Orlando in the wild card match. Chicago is the 8 seed, and Orlando is the 9 seed. Who do y'all think gets out of that matchup? Gabriel,
I'm gonna go with Chicago. I'm gonna go with Chicago. I think that they've been. I would say since the transfer window happened in the summer, I think that they've been one of the better teams in the East. I think they have an experienced coach in Berhalter. They got guys firing at the right time. So yeah, I think Chicago got this.
Yeah, I'll go with Chicago. Oh, go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna lie. I got Orlando coming through. I got the little upset. I'm not even trying to be devil's advocate, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird feel. I just have a weird feeling about this one. I think Orlando's gonna come through. Maybe it's because I was in Orlando, earlier this year. But I just have a weird. No, if I'm being honest, it could be that. But I have a weird feeling that Orlando will come through.
No, in the last month, I feel like Chicago has picked up the right momentum and headed in. Even last night, a late, go to tie the game. Yeah. I think they have the right momentum heading into the playoffs. So I'm gonna go Chicago.
I'm gonna lean Chicago as well. Just with the things that Mike said, I think they have the momentum right now. Mm-hmm. And shout out my Chicago boys, man. Shout out my Chicago boys. But last but not least, man, we teased it a little bit earlier. I'm gonna just give the Ohio boys the floor. The battle of 271, Cincinnati versus Columbus. Hell is real, boys.
Go ahead,
Hell
Mike.
is real, boys.
Hey,
Come on.
you
What we
Cincinnati
got?
boys know what's good, man. You guys know who the big bro is. Now, when we get there, I'm gonna need y'all to lay down. Let's do what we gotta do. I know how it's been lately. I know you guys have had the good season. Danky and come on. What is that? What is your striker? Not your striker. Their number 10. I forgot his name. Evander. Oh, he had I think most GAs ever for FC Cincinnati players, something like that.
Yeah,
But
18
anyway.
and, I think 18 and 14 were his number. 18 goals, 14 assists in the league.
Yeah, I think it's like the most ever. I
just
saw
looked.
it
I
recently.
looked it
I
up
can't
right
remember
before
what
we
it was.
hopped on today because I saw that
Yeah.
he scored.
We're creating history, Mike. We're always...
This season, I mean, I can't hold you. I'm gonna be lying if I don't say, I'm a little worried how things could go. But if history's on our side, I hope we come out of this matchup victorious. But I'm going Crew. Even though I feel like Cincy is stronger this year, I'm going Crew.
Yeah, I know the record obviously favors you guys. But this season I feel like is different from the previous matchups that we've had. And I mean, a big part of this is also too is just timing. When you look at where we are as a team, we're slowly starting to be back to full strength. And the only person we're really missing right now is Miazga. You guys, your big summer transfer. The striker doesn't look like he's going to be able to play. So that's obviously an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You brought him in because there wasn't that consistent, source of goals. So now I'm kind of wondering where's that source of goals going to come from? But no, man, I think like we've shown all season that we're one of the best teams in the East. And I think definitely the momentum is on our side. But obviously, I mean, Columbus have, Wilfred Nancy and, guys like Darlington Nagbe. But I mean, we've had one of the best players in the league so far, one of the best strikers in the league. And I don't see us dropping any games at home. That's for sure. It's just, for me, I'm more curious about how do we approach that game away from home. And hopefully we can learn from the previous mistakes that we've made in previous seasons. But nah, man, this is just game one until we get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
No, I hear you. Before we move away from the MLS, I wanted to bring this topic up because just this week we saw a little bit of a back and forth between Zaha and Mateta. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Mateta said something, first and foremost, shout out to Mateta getting called up to the France national team squad.
Mm-hmm.
He got his first cap over the international break. And he said something along the lines of, when he first joined Crystal Palace, he was talking about how he had hopes and dreams of making the French national team. And, he kind of used Zaha He said, there are people on the team that were laughing at me when I said that. And Zaha was one of the guys that said, or that laughed at me when I brought up me potentially hoping to make the French national team. And now that I've made it and blah, 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 blah. And Zaha was, he was quick to clap back a little bit and say, yo, dog, like, yeah, you talked about being on the French national team like 4 or 5 years ago. And at the time, we looked at the strikers and we kind of just laughed it off in jest. And it wasn't just me. There were other people in the locker room, but we were kind of laughing it off like, yo, you're going to have to work hard, bro. Like, this ain't no walk in the park. You're not just going to walk into the French national team. You're going to have to prove yourself. And lo and behold, Mateta over the last 2 seasons has been proving himself as a premier striker in the league. We've been on this podcast. We've said it multiple times this year, especially with, Eze not being there. He's definitely taken that leadership role and he's taken the team, on his shoulders. He scored a hat trick this past weekend. But I just wanted to get you guys take because there's a little bit of back and forth there. Do you think what Mateta said was out of line, and are y'all on Zaha's side for coming back with his comments? Because personally, I'm with Zaha, man. There's no need for that, and I know athletes, whether or not you're friends, locker room talk sometimes you stay in the locker room, and for him to have held this in his heart for the last few years, there's something there for me. But I'm with Zaha, bro. Like, if you really have beef with me and you want me to be the guy, I guess. But Zaha has always been used as a scapegoat. He's always the he's always the person that you can kind of just say, "Oh yeah, it was Zaha." You know, he's always been the villain. So for me, I like the fact that he didn't just let this slide, and he was like, "Nah, fam, like let's not make me the bad guy here. I don't know why you put my name in this, but if you want a motivation, sure, I'll be your motivation, I guess. But let's not make this bigger than what it has to be." How y'all feel about it?
I don't know how deep y'all got into this, but I saw the video that Zaha released. If I'm being honest, like I agree with you, Cornelius. I side with Zaha on this. Like y'all know how I've been a Zaha fan for years, like a while. You know, he was linked with Arsenal for a bit, so it's like I've been a Zaha fan, and truly, it's honestly I kind of feel how he felt because how like he reacted to the situation. I've been in that same situation where like people you've been in the same room where like someone was saying something kind of crazy and be like, oh, like I support you. That's wild, but I support you in the same sense. You know, like it's wild, but I support you. Like I want you to go and thrive. And then for someone to come, you know, however much long later and be like, oh no, like you were laughing at me when I brought this up. It was like, nah, I've been in that situation. That's happened to me, and I understand where Zaha's coming from. And Zaha's been in the media recently with the whole MLS and showing emotions thing, and like I said, I want to say this to preface that I rock with Mateta. Like I really, really do like him as a striker. He's a true nine, like just a true nine in all sorts and fashion. But I just want to say that I saw with Zaha on this. I really, really do. And I feel like at this point, Mateta's he's playing into the media a bit, which I'm not even mad at on his point either. Like I'm not even gonna be mad at it. If you're on a press run, be on a press run. Like you want to get this friends call up, get the friends call. No, seriously, like I'm not even mad at him for doing it. I wish that. And Zaha said this in his video. He was like, Mateta doesn't want to clear this up, so I have to clear it up myself. Like he wants this to go on as like a thing. And Mateta knows that's what in Zaha's video, like Mateta knows that it's not true. It's not how it is, but you know, he just wants to let it go. So like I said, I get from a whole media standpoint, this and the third. I get it. You know, you need your clout, you need your, you know, your face in the media for, you know, that call up, which I understand, but at the same time, I definitely side with Zaha in the fact that, come on, it was probably something that wasn't really that serious, and you probably you're capitalizing now on, you know, that conversation. But like I said, that's just me. That's just Gabriel.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think once Zaha's name got thrown in the mix
Already.
the media just took it and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said at the beginning, we've all been in a room. Somebody said ask Salon when LeBron left Cleveland. Nobody thought he was coming back. Even when I was saying it, I didn't truly believe it.
I still got my jersey from seventh grade.
I didn't believe it, but I was like,
and gold,
he's
baby.
coming back. But during that time, it just sounded crazy. Like really, you're really going to sit on that hope? But it's kind of the same thing. But now it comes true, and it's like, it's like calm down. How many times are you going to consistently keep playing for France? You got your cap. You said you wanted to. You've got it. This is something I wouldn't even have said. And even if Zaha was in the room, I'm sure Zaha wasn't the only one in the room. Why didn't you say other names?
Yeah,
and that's exactly what he said.
It's like, come on.
Because Johan Cabaye wouldn't have, shout out to Johan Cabaye, but he wouldn't have gotten the media attention. But no, I agree with you, Mike. And to be honest with you, shout out to Mateta. Had a hat trick over the weekend. Could have scored, the game winner, but he didn't. But like, I would have laughed too.
Shade.
I would have laughed too. 100%. I would have laughed. I mean, think about it, bro. At the time, like Griezmann, like
Giroud,
I said, Benzema, Giroud. Bro. And you know what? And I hate to Mike's point. You've obviously have done well enough and you have for your club team to get this opportunity to be considered for the national team. But bro, look at who's not there.
Yeah.
A lot of names.
Just we talked about timing. A lot of this sometimes is just timing, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him because that's a huge accomplishment, especially from where he started to where he is. To have that on his CV is great. But bro, like, and to Gabriel's point, like, bro, capitalize off of this moment. You're probably never gonna be. You scored in your debut, which was great. But like, bro, when Due comes back, when DeBella comes back, Kolo Muani, Marcus Thuram, like, bro, you're not like this is it's done, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Shout out to you, my black brother. Like, you deserve it. You definitely don't get me wrong. He deserves to have gotten that opportunity.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Him capitalizing off of this moment, and I'm sure you could have. I would have loved to see who else was in that room.
Yeah.
Not playing.
It's unfortunate Zaha had to be the man for this.
Yeah, no, I mean Zaha, he used to taking this position. That's why, like, I rock with him because I really truly believe what he says. Like, I don't think he's not about to. You feel me? Like, no, truly, like Zaha don't seem like one of them ones who just be trying to. He's not putting his face in the media for no reason. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Let me ask you.
Let me
ask you. Who else do you think was in that circle?
Hey, no, you know the craziest part? The craziest part is, and I love him, but I was like, damn, Eze was probably there too.
Yeah,
Olise was probably there. Olise was probably there.
IU was in there,
IU was in there.
IU? Yeah.
IU had it.
IU is
IU had to be there. Yeah. It was the Mandem for sure.
Eduard, right? Eduard? Is Eduard, right?
Yeah. Eduard. Is he still there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened to him.
Speaking, I mean, we didn't even bring up Elise. So I mean, I don't want to talk too much about this, but to end it, I want to ask y'all, do we think that Mateta will make the World Cup squad?
No, absolutely not. You got a better
depending
chance.
on how the season goes. I think he makes it.
You wouldn't even make the US.
I agree with Mike. Based on what is like given right now, no. But if you can't tell me if he goes and balls out this season in the
20
Prem,
GA, 20 goals. Honestly, he just scored a hat trick.
They're in Europa League, right? They're in Europa League, right?
No, they're in conference.
Conference. Sorry, they're in Conference League. He doesn't go ball out in Conference League. He doesn't go ball out in the Prem. He makes a case for himself. And listen, I'm all about, bro. If someone is hot, you have to ride the hot player.
Exactly.
Like, you have to ride the hot hand. You know what I mean? If someone is just performing at that level, I don't care how young, how old, what you think about them, this and the third, bro, you have to feed into that. And I'm for Mateta, bro. I want Mateta to have a good season. Outside of him playing Arsenal, I want him to play great. So it's like if Mateta goes and has a great season, does well in domestically and internationally with Conference League and all of that, bro, put him on there, because at the end of the day, he adds. This is the thing. He adds something different to that French squad. Even as like a Giroud and Mateta are two completely different type of players. Yes, they're nines and they're big and they're strong and they're physical, but in their own respect, you know what I mean? And like Giroud's more of like that finesse, and I would say Mateta's more of that like brute strength and just like I'm in your face with it. But no, I want Mateta to make the squad, to say the least. I want to make the squad.
All right, fair enough. Good talk, boys. Yeah, so moving to across the pond, since we've already started. Like we said earlier, man, all of our teams won today, but someone took a bigger loss by big mate from down under, Ange Postecoglou.
Play the way you want to play, mate.
Hey, Salam. Drop that.
Drop the bells on him. Drop the bells on him.
Taker, baby.
Hey,
Ange. Ange. No, you got. I'm gonna keep saying his name. Ange.
There we go. We could drop a few for him.
No time, my boy.
Then drop four of them days. Man.
Yeah, man. Big 3-0 win for Chelsea today. Talked about this earlier. I don't want to talk too much. I'll let Mike talk about Chelsea, but we got to stop with the red cards, bro. It's a pandemic now for Chelsea. It's a pandemic.
A red demic.
Yeah, it's something. This keeps happening. Even in the wins, you want to go away with a clean sheet. Check.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. No Cole Palmer. We're still scoring goals. 2 goals from our defender. Shout out Josh Chempong. Just got his first senior goal. Reece James. People telling me he's not the best right back in the league, but that's neither here nor there. But for me, it's still the red cards, man. We have to get over this because today it didn't matter, and today it came at the end of the match. But the fact that this is a lingering issue, it's going to matter when it's week 30 and a player gets a red card and now it's crunch time because we need these 3 points for our next match. And we see, a team that's bubbling and on, that wants to take Chelsea down. So for me, there were a lot of positives. Again, clean sheet. Robert Sanchez had a few great saves. For me, it's just we need to build on the positivity. Just came out, Cole Palmer will be out another 6 weeks. So this groin issue is an issue. It's no longer just something that, is in the background. This is an issue. Our best player is not going to be on the pitch. So we need to continue, build upon this win, but we need to chill out on the red cards, bro. It's frustrating. And it's not so much that, the quality isn't there with these players, but it's just being able to be on the pitch. Malo Gusto, you've been having a great run. Why ruin that now? So for me, can we just keep our players on the pitch? That's all I got. Mike, what about you?
No, you're right. I mean, this was a huge win for us. Needed this win. We couldn't come back from an international break after beating Liverpool and losing this game. But I want to touch a little bit on Ange first, because I've always said when he left Tottenham and Marinakis wanted him, I didn't think it was a good fit. I just didn't think it was a good fit. I thought he should have never taken the job. Marinakis had no reason to really fire Nuno. It was an ego thing. Like, I'm the owner of the team. I can do whatever the hell I want. And I feel like that's what he did. Nuno took Forest and made them into who they are or the team we're looking at today. Last season or 2 seasons before that, they weren't as good. Until
fighting
Nuno
relegation.
Came in. Exactly. So we can put egos aside, but these billionaires and millionaires, it doesn't work that way. So I feel bad for Angie, but it was coming. It was coming.
I don't feel bad.
It was coming.
I don't feel bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt what you're saying. I just want to say this about Ange. I feel like he was one of those people who fell victim to just wanting to stay in the Prem when he didn't need to stay in the Prem. Yeah. Sometimes it's good for you. I understand the Prem is the cream of the crop, but I understand also that it's sometimes good to leave the Prem. Leave the Prem, prove yourself elsewhere, and then come back. And you might come with some fresh ideas, but we know who you are. We know exactly who you are. We know exactly what style you're coming with, and if you don't have the players to support what you're trying to do, you're cooked. And unfortunately, that's what happened. But go ahead, Mike. My fault.
Yeah. No. You just made a good point. But yeah, I mean, I personally feel bad for him because I feel like the guy looks like a good guy, but it is what it is. On the Chelsea side, though, great overall performance. I think the first half is nothing to write about. First half was just, I don't even know what to say because,
luckily we got out with no goals scored.
Bro, there should have been 2 goals. How we escaped that, I don't know. But the starting lineup, what we came out with, it was almost like, he gave the guys that were at Cobham during the break, like a run at the first half. It wasn't good. I mean, it just wasn't good. There's nothing to write about. But other than that, I thought it was a very professional win. 3-0, took care of business. But like you said, the red cards. I don't want to panic about it, but it's starting to seem like it's almost in our subconscious to get a red card. And I kind of don't like that. So
It was a bad
complain
tackle.
about it.
That was my thing.
was.
It was a useless tackle. What do you
And
need
you're
to
on a
slide
yellow,
tackle in there
fam.
for?
Like, why are you
Yeah.
why are you leaving your feet?
just like out of control like that. You're already up 3-0. Like even I'm not saying like get beat on like a possession or a play, whatever the case may be, but like just like you're out of control. You're like you're on your back, like sliding. Like you don't even have control of like yourself.
You're not even getting the ball.
Yeah, and it's
It
just
was
There's
like
no world where you get that ball.
yeah.
well, you were so late, and then he's just trying to slide tackle when you're up 3-0. Unacceptable.
It's terrible.
I'll take the win. I'll take the 3 points.
Yeah, man. I'll take the 3 points as well. And we move, right? Yeah, Arsenal. Keep winning, man. Arsenal. Let's talk about it. 1-0 against Fulham. Shout out Leandro, you know. Gabriel, what is your take on the on the win this weekend?
Before we shout out Trossard, I'm low key kind of. If I was Califury, I'll be mad as hell.
Yeah,
because that goal. My God,
that's a tough offside. Yeah,
I'm like for them to take that back because Mr. what is his name? Trossard doesn't want to pay attention to where he's at on the field. They got to call that back. But anyways,
no, that was a beautiful goal. Califury. I wish it would have stood. But no, I mean, listen. Fulham is one of those teams where they're not sweet. Fulham is not sweet. Let's just be real. Like for the past 2 years-ish, Fulham has not been sweet. It's not easy going to Craven Cottage and get 3 points. You gotta think about it. Fulham took 4 points off us last year. Think about it. It drew us and beat us. Crazy work. So for us to go into Craven Cottage, we ended up getting a 1-0 win. I'm completely happy with it. And it wasn't easy, to be completely honest. I mean, our goal came off a set piece, a flick from Gabriel, and then it went to Trossard. I think he hit it off his thigh. It was a thigh, goal. But honestly, I've said this so many times, like over the past 7 to 8 weeks, but the fact that they had nothing threatening our goal, I felt comfortable in us winning this match, if I'm being honest. Like, the comfortability that I have with our back line and how well our back line is performing, not only with our main four, but if Lewis Skelly were to come in, if Mosquera were to come in, we haven't even seen Hincapié come in yet. Like, Ben White's been missing, bro. Like, our back line is so secure, bro. To the point where bro, I am like, this is the best I've seen our back line ever.
I think you guys have only conceded 1 goal in open play.
1 goal in open play. The other 2 were set pieces, and it's like, bro, I recall all 3 of the goals that are scored against us. I can recall all 3 of them in my head because there's only been 3 over 8 match weeks now. So yeah, no, where we stand as a football club, I know that offensively we will exceed most teams. Offensively, we're better than most teams in the Prem. But defensively, we're so much better than, and I'm not even trying to say like just, the Brentfords, no. I'm talking about the Chelseas, the Uniteds, the Cities, the Liverpools. I feel that our back line is so much better than all these other teams that we haven't gotten scored on in about 4 to 5 matches now. No. Seriously, we haven't gotten scored on. Hold on. We haven't gotten scored on in 4 to 5 matches in the Prem. Clean sheet, straight, just like that. And this is what I'm going to end with. I don't even need to get into individual players, but this is what I'm going to end with. Defensively, we're on pace to match Chelsea's 15 goals.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
I knew he was.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Here we go. Win the league, please.
Do it. No. Stop. No.
Win the league.
I'm saying this all to gas. I really am saying this to gas. Do I think that we will actually hit this 15 goals? I don't think so. I personally, I just don't think it this. I don't think it's that. That's just going to happen. The league is just, there's too many goals, too many good players for like that not to happen. But we're on pace. I mean, shit, we're on pace. Beyond us being on pace, regardless of that, like I just think that says something about our squad. That truly does say something about Arsenal. Like, bro, you're going to have to fight tooth and nail to get something on us, because not only our back line is defensively good, but our keeper is also one of the best keepers in the world. Let's be real. You have to put the respect on his name. You have to put the respect on David Raya's name. You have to put the respect on his name. You have to put the respect on his name. We said that we listen. I gassed Ramsdale. We said this about Ramsdale, and Ramsdale, you know, and I understand where y'all are coming from. That is what it is. But this guy Raya, bro, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. He's up there with the ones that you love. He's up there with the ones that you love.
Let's talk about Gyökeres for a second. How are you feeling? I know he's had some dry spells recently. How you feeling?
If I'm being completely honest, I will speak to this match this past Saturday. I was disappointed with his finishing ability this past weekend. Because that's what we brought you in here to do. So when like I said, Gyökeres is our Haaland, who City considers Haaland to be for them. That's who Gyökeres, that's who he is for us, right? And when it comes down to it, there may be matches where you only get one chance. You may get two on a lucky one, but you might only get one. But I know Haaland, and I know Haaland will finish that chance if presents the opportunity more times than not. And for Gyökeres, I just want him to get to that point. I feel like there were 2 times in this match. There's one for sure where he just skied it. Like it was on his left foot for sure, but he just skied it. But he was 1v1 with the keeper. And I'm like, bro, you have to put this on frame. It's just that simple. Like we pay you too much money. You're too big of a signing for you not to put this at least on frame. So yes, it is concerning for me a bit for Gyökeres not to be. I think he should have scored in this match, especially given the chances that he had. You know, he had some shots on target. You know, he did well for us. He held the ball up, and that's the thing. He is still providing stuff for us, regardless if he isn't scoring goals. If it's not GA, like Saka didn't have any GA this match, but he was man of the match, and for a reason. Sessegnon, he was on skates the whole match. Sessegnon didn't know what to do with Saka. He was getting beat left and right.
Struggling.
Struggling very, very badly. Lucky that PK didn't get called, but we don't even talk about that. But, you know, outside of him not providing GA, he still does things very, very well for us. Similar to Kai Havertz. When Kai Havertz wasn't necessarily scoring and being the 9 that we need him to be, he still provided a lot for us in the press, defensively, all of those things. So, you know, Gyökeres, he's still doing all of the right things despite not having the goals and assists. And that is important. But at the end of the day, we brought you here for the goals and assists, and I need you to be more clinical in front of goal. Straight like that. So yeah, I like I said, I'm not at a beef point with Gyökeres, because at the end of the day, you've been brought into a squad that we already were scoring goals. We already were being great. We already had, you know, shooters everywhere, kind of all over the squad. So it's it is what it is. But I need him to start doing his part. I not doing his part. I need him to start doing a little bit more. I need him to start doing a little bit more, and I need you to finish these chances, bro. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Fair enough. No, I think that's a good assessment. Arsenal's top of the table, so this is the team to beat. Like Gabriel said, it's going to be hard to score against them. Defensively, I'll say it out loud. Defensively, they are the best team in the league. Clearly, they're the best team in the league through 8 weeks. Like Gabriel and Mike, said earlier, it's tough to score against this team. But hey, y'all. It ain't sweet when you come to the bridge. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. Let you know that right now.
We're waiting.
Yep.
But what I will say though, I feel like we're 8 weeks in right now, right? So we're about almost getting close to a third into the season. This is when I start feeling like this is how my team is supposed to look. Like, well, how your team looks right now, they've been together 8 weeks now. It's 2 months of matches. 2 months of matches. How your team looks right now should be an indicator of I'm not even trying to say because Liverpool lost or this and the third.
This is a perfect segue.
But I'm just being honest, and it is a perfect segue because I feel like this is about United too. We're 2 months in. Now is when you should start really seeing how your team should start looking. Truly, like we're almost a third into this thing. We're 2 months deep. Like you should start to know how your team is looking and how they're performing and what they should look like on a week-to-week basis. And if this is what we're going to look like on a week-to-week basis, Arsenal, not even defensively, just on a week-to-week basis, because this was a tough game for us, bro, I feel more than confident. And I think all of us after this week should feel more than confident in our teams moving forward, just based on the performances after this week. Like Cole Palmer out for another 6 weeks. Odegaard, he's out for another couple weeks as well. You know what I mean? Like, come on, United. Listen, United, thank you. Listen, guys, bless you boys, because man, I didn't think y'all were gonna do it. I didn't, and I saw y'all go up 1-0, 2 minutes, and this is classic United. Go up early, get the momentum, and then to get.
I knew there was a goal coming.
Yeah, just get smacked up.
At least one goal.
But bro, the fact that y'all were able to get this dub, and I'm not even gonna speak on it too much, but man, wow, Salam, I can only imagine how you're feeling right now.
You know how I knew it was tense? Because the group chat was silent the whole match. Nobody said a word. I knew Salam was just on pins and needles, bro, especially after that goal, because I almost texted the group and I was like, nah, let me just let this play out, because I feel like there's another goal in this match. I don't know who's going to score it, but the one thing, because I was watching, shout out Eric Jackson, I was watching with one of my boys, Eric, and as soon as they brought on Harry Maguire, I said, look, this man has scored so many major goals. I said it. I was like, you know what? I think I'm a Harry Maguire fan. And back in the, like, you would have asked me this 2 years ago, I would have said he's the worst defender in the league. But the scrutiny that man had to undertake for, and I'm not even going to say it wasn't warranted, because he had some howlers. We've seen Harold. I've seen you for years now, before United, when you were in a Leicester shirt, you were good. Then you came to the Red Devils and sun changed. I don't know what it was. You up there in Manny making a madness. But Harry Maguire has scored so many pivotal goals for you guys. I mean, I just think back to your last year Europa League run. In the knockout stages, he had game winners. Unfortunately, you guys didn't win the trophy. But leading up to that, he kept you in the match. When you almost lost to Coventry last year, he kept you in the match. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I look at this goal and I'm like, shout out Harry Maguire, man. That's what I wanted to say. He's not my shout out today, but shout out Harry Maguire, because, bro, he's a proven goal scorer, which is wild to say. But when you bring him on, you kind of have to think, yo, we have a chance, which is it's insane. But Harry has scored some with my own 2 eyes, I've seen him score very, very important goals for you guys. So I know, it's probably weird to talk about him. Like as a United fan, I kind of want to ask you, Salam, how you feel about Maguire, because obviously he was your captain and he's not starting now, but he's one of those players that I feel like if you want to win a game, you kind of have to have him on the pitch.
I mean, yeah. How do I feel about Maguire?
Wait, first of all, are you still Amorim in or let the people know, man?
Even when we win, Mike. When it comes to Maguire, we just opened up a Patreon, guys, for $2.99 a month. You guys can go on there and hear all things unfiltered from your favorite hosts. But in all seriousness, man, there was a lot of takeaways that I took from this game. And to be very honest with you, to your point, Cornelius, we always have moments where we get that early goal and then we squander it. And to be very honest with you, when we conceded, I was like, well, what did you expect? What did you expect? This is how it goes. That goal hit different, though. They didn't even get done celebrating their goal when we got our goal. They didn't even get done celebrating. But how do I feel about Harry Maguire? Who knew he would have been the best super sub in world football right now? This guy, honestly, has a montage of knee slides for us. And I'm not even like exaggerating. He has had a lot of clutch moment for us. And I think, honestly, I'm guilty of this as well, too. I still don't rate him as a player. I think I've come around to the idea of him being a good rotational player. He's a good player to have in your team for the leadership, for the experience and whatnot. I will go as far as saying that. And shout out to him. He's had to deal with a lot, especially in this social media era where, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's gotten called every name in the book, and here he is. So in terms of that, when you look at it from that angle, yeah, like it's a great redemption story, and I'm happy for him. He definitely deserves the shine that he's been getting. Man, I would say the start was great. I thought the first half was probably, I would say, one of our, maybe not our best, but one of our better halves that we put together this season. We still gave up opportunities. Cody Gakpo hit the post in the first half. We could, I mean, there was chances on both sides Twice. You could have said, yeah. And maybe on another day that goes in and, the vibes are different. But nonetheless, because we can talk about Liverpool separately. From us, there was a few things that I wanted to see. I'll start with the keeper, Lamens. I thought Lamens had a good game. I thought he had a good game versus was it Sunderland? So to have a good debut at Old Trafford, I thought was good. But I wanted to see him, and I said this 2 weeks ago. I wanted to see him in an atmosphere like Anfield, away from home. How do you cope with that? You saw guys like Cunha, you saw guys like Mbeumo, who obviously have shown that they've played in an environment like that with a team that you probably think is going to get pumped on the day. But Cunha, I thought, phenomenal game from him. Mbeumo has been our best player this season. Whether or not the stats say that or not, I firmly believe Brian Mbeumo is our best player right now, especially going forward, our most influential player.
I can respect.
But I was really happy with what I saw. De Ligt had a good performance. You got to give credit to all the guys. I mean, Mason Mount, like, I understand the theory and the idea of why you want to start him. I still feel as if, we could get the most out of the team by playing other people. But, it's hard to really go against Ruben Amorim today when he gets the result like this away from home. I still feel as if there are some guys that I don't understand why they're not playing. I don't understand why Euro's not playing. I don't understand why Mainu's not playing. I thought Casemiro and Bruno did a very good job in the first half, and then when Casemiro came off, and then when it was Ugarte and Bruno, you could clearly tell like that sense of calmness was gone, which is obviously going to be an issue going forward. But nonetheless, this was a great result for us. I mean, 2 wins. This was the first time in Ruben Amorim's era that he's gotten 2 wins in a row. I think this is the first time in over a decade we've gotten a win at Anfield.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, again, when we beat Chelsea, I said for any other club, you know what I'm saying, this would be a massive momentum shifter for you. You know, Mike even brought up for you guys, for Chelsea, for you guys to get a win versus who did y'all play?
Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest. After coming off of the international break from beating Liverpool, like you had to have won this game because that game against Liverpool like means nothing if you don't win this.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I thought the same thing for us. I didn't think that we were gonna win. I did not think that we were gonna win, but for him to, you know, go into Anfield, a lot of people haven't done that. To go into Anfield and to get 3 points, let alone a point, is massive. So shout out to him, shout out to the guys, and shout out to our keeper, man. It's amazing. It's amazing when your goalkeeper can catch the ball, like the calmness. But no, a lot of guys who have had good seasons so far, I feel like really has shown that. Like De Ligt, again, I thought he had a phenomenal game. Maguire obviously got the goal. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how we move forward against I think it's Brighton, but yeah, it was a good game for us. On the flip side though, yeah, I think it's time to panic. I think it's 5 games in a row, 5 losses in a row now for Liverpool.
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
Yeah.
After
3 in the Prem.
3 in the Prem, so all competitions. I know they lost against Galatasaray too.
Yeah.
So, you know, after spending the money that they spent in the summer, some would say this is a crisis.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because when it's Chelsea,
yeah,
I would love to hear what Jamie Carragher has to say about this.
Did you see that picture that they posted? Oh, this picture is gonna go down in history when they were all training over the
yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
I saw that. And the reason why I'm gonna hold my tongue on some guys is because we share the same blood. Some men were in there like this. Hey, I was like, okay. Hey, hey, some men. Hey, who would have thought? De Ligt over here, like.
I'm telling you, man. Some men them were out there twerking, man. For real.
Virgil just, I don't know. You know how Virgil defends. I don't want to say it, but you know how Virgil defends.
Yo, you're wild.
He defends with his eyes, bro. It's weird. But
so I do. Sorry, Salam. I don't mean to cut you off. I do want to ask though, because you said before you started, you still Amorim out. Respect.
Mm-hmm.
But Amorim had some strong words to say after the match today. I don't know if you were able to peep.
Yeah, I saw
what he saw. Okay, I thought so, but I just wanted to, what do you feel about his thoughts today? And honestly, I just feel I want to ask from an innocent bystander, kind of, do you feel that he has the right to be talking this shit? I call for what it is. Like, do you feel like he has the right to be saying what he's saying?
You have the right to say whatever you want to say. You know, Ange Postecoglou was on here, and we celebrated him for, you know, just play the way you want to play, mate. It doesn't take that long to do this, and here we are. But no, I mean, as far as he essentially was saying, you know, keep the same energy. as far as like the narrative
100%.
about this team. Which that part, as a fan of the team, I appreciate that. I respect that. To definitely to stand on your beliefs. Obviously, when everything is bad, everyone doesn't hesitate to let him know. But when things are good, obviously, like you have to kind of maintain your stance. So I respect him for that. My thing is they will hold you accountable though. And I know you as a manager, and you still are we are going to have games where sometimes we need you to get the points, in the sense of we need you to make the correct subs. We need you to put us in the right position or switch something. And I just ultimately don't believe, bro, that like
He's the best one for that.
he's the best one for that. You're not going you have shown time and time again that you make stubborn decisions. The only reason why this worked again was because Liverpool didn't sit back on us. They were open and we did what we did. Against Chelsea is the same thing. Arsenal game 1, I mean, obviously that was game 1 of the season, but Arsenal, we didn't have that much of the ball. That's where we thrive. But again, like I said, this when we beat Chelsea, we're going to go to Brentford next week and get pumped because they're going to sit back. They're going to put us in a position where like the blueprint to beat us is there. I still like our midfield is still an issue for me. The way that he instructs the team to play in the middle of the field. So like, yeah, no, I'm not going to get carried away with this. I'm like, because at the end of the day, like 2 wins in a row, great. I think you have like, I don't even think you have double-digit wins in the Premier League, and you've been here for like a grip, bro. So like, no, I mean like definitely, like Mateta, enjoy yourself as you deserve. You know what I'm saying? But as far as them keeping you accountable, bro, like they will. This is the English media, so like, I mean, whether or not I agree with it or not, like,
Yeah.
I think.
Now, I want to talk about. Sorry to cut you off, but I want to talk about Liverpool a little bit because you're saying it's time to panic. Let's talk about some of these signings that they made. I mean, so far, I would say Ekitike has been the only one that have shown some signs of being worth what he was signed for. I mean, Isak, we all know he's good, but I mean, I'm starting to wonder when will be the time for us to actually say, okay, it's not working, because these are a great set of players that Liverpool have. Is it chemistry? Is it the system? I mean, do they need more players?
No, man, it's weird though because
I
think it's they just need time to gel because I mean we can all admit Salah has definitely taken like we can see the decline.
Yeah,
Salah, somebody said he has out of everyone he's tried to take on, he has one successful take on in over like 100 tries. So the speed is gone, the athleticism is it's going. He's being locked up, and Salah has been your breadwinner for the last 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. So now that you're obviously on the new era or whatever this new era will be, you need your guys to start clicking in. And I feel like, I mean, we said it on here and I've said it multiple times. I don't think they needed Isak. There's this weird, Slot has to play both of them. So one person gets 60 minutes and then Ekitike comes on, or sometimes Ekitike starts and then Isak comes on. But I feel like both of those players need to play full 90 minutes for them to be for them to be at their best. They both need to be on the pitch for the entire match, because those are both players that they have that spark. They can score at any time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like I understand what you're trying to do, but the fact that you have these two dynamic players and you can't really play them at the same time, you're not getting the best out of them. And then you have Florian Wirtz, who isn't what we saw him do at Leverkusen. You have your new signing, Frimpong, who was injured. He got injured early. He's back on the bench, but he was injured.
The right guy for that right side, because I just don't see it at all. Even Frimpong 100%. Is he going to give them? I remember in the previous video I said he's going to give him close to what
Trent.
Trent was giving him. But my goodness, he's not giving them anything.
Yeah,
I will say this about this Liverpool squad. Like I said, we're 8 weeks in. We're just 2 months in. And this is a 8-month season. You know what I mean? So, and these are players that we're gonna see for the next 3 years. Till 2030, we're gonna see these same players. So, I do think I don't want to put too much on it because it is so early, and I know because of money and things of that sort, players need to perform as soon as they get to where their destination is. But the fact of the matter is that it's just not always going to happen. And to Liverpool's point, I'll continue to say this. I think they'll be fine. I definitely see the concern with Ekitike and Isak though, because before Isak was even signed, Ekitike was fired. Like fired. We all saw it. He was going crazy. And I don't know. I feel like, remember how I talked about this season when I said, Arsenal, I like how there's competition in every bit of, every position there's competition, right? And it's going to keep pushing players, right? I feel like Isak and Ekitike aren't the right type of competition for each other, because I feel like those are two headstrong, like I'm the 9 type of players, that. And it was hard for Liverpool because this Isak at this point, he was like, I'm not playing for Newcastle anymore. So either I'm going to Liverpool or are you going to sit out? Like, what's going to happen? So I feel like Isak forced their hand to kind of sign him. But at the same time, I just feel like they haven't really figured out how to best utilize, to Knosh's point, Ekitike and Isak. And I feel like they're not the right type of competition for each other. Like, they're not the type of players that I don't see those. And this is, like I said, this is just Gabriel speaking. I don't see those type of players pushing each other. I can see they're very, like, in that locker room being a very clear, like, nah, I'm trying to be number 1. I ain't trying to put you on. And the same thing from each player. And I can just see that being a thing. And I don't know if he's going to get the best out of those two at their time at Liverpool.
But to your point,
and like I said, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's very, very early. We're 8 weeks in. We'll see. Come next year, then he might switch to a 4-4-2 and they'll be scoring 4 goals a game. Who knows? But for right now, I can see the struggles that they can have, or they probably will have for at least this season.
What I was gonna say is maybe, because to your point, I feel like for the striker role, for the number 9 role, like they're both, young guys that I feel like they need to be the guy. Like they're like both alphas. But could it be though? Because we had just said that there is somebody on their attacking line who isn't being productive. Could it be maybe one person that's on the right side shouldn't play? Just maybe. Because Salah obviously, there I said it. Salah obviously is not scoring, but he's also not going to help you defensively either. He's not, especially where he is. Ekitike, in the few Champions League games that he played, or I'm sorry, in the few Premier League games, he played out on the left as well too. Could it be we're just trying to accommodate the wrong guy right now, based off of respect, reputation, whatever the case may be? But I see a scenario where they both play. I think the problem is we're trying to pigeonhole one guy who's not being productive, but it's like we can't not start him because I don't know.
I just think it's tough because Ekitike and Isak are both very used to just being the sole number 9. I think it's tough and like you said, they're both capable of playing on the wing. We've seen Isak on the wing, we've seen Ekitike on the wing, and they've done phenomenal on the wing, as we've seen. But I think it's tough to tell one of them like, hey, we're gonna just have you in the wing position, and for them to just immediately excel. Like it's different, and I feel like both those guys want to be the guy. They both want to be the guy, and I feel like if Arne Slot wants to get the best out of this team, he's gonna need to find a way to start both of them. Both have. They're too good to. You can't have one sitting on the bench. Isak is way too good to be sitting on the bench. Ekitike is way too good to be sitting on the bench.
Yeah,
it's just that simple. So some way, somehow, and I'm not saying this person needs to sit or that person needs to sit, whatever. But at some point, this Liverpool team moving forward needs to start. Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, and Isak needs to be their attack all the big games. It just needs to be there. And like I said, I don't know how he's gonna manage that, but like I said, it's easy to say it's not gonna work now, but I'm telling y'all, a year from now, if they figure it out.
Nah, the team is too talented to not work. I just think
I agree.
hard decisions. And I think Salah might be onto something, because going back, Salah does not give you anything.
Yeah.
So it's something they will have to look at. And he's getting older. And
I mean, you guys know how it's like it's a young man's game, bro. If you don't have the athleticism, if you don't have the burst, that's what Salah prided himself on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, and we've seen countless of players like happen to this. Like, as soon as you lose that burst, as soon as you lose that small ounce of like, I can beat a man, it's like, well, this younger guy can though, and he's gonna help out defensively, and he's young enough to like buy into it. We can't tell you to do anything.
Why don't they see what they can find in Chiesa?
No, there's nothing.
You could get.
Now that guy, now that's a super sub if we've ever seen.
I think you might catch a lightning in a bottle. Sometimes you just never know.
Does he have the legs to go 90 minutes though?
He doesn't have the legs, bro. He needs to play less than 10 minutes a game. Like I even 10 minutes, it's like, bro. If it's Carabao, whatever. I'm just saying, like, in order for you to sustain that level, you know what I'm saying? Think about it, bro. Isak, and because you're not dropping Gakpo. Gakpo had a great game today. I know he didn't score, but like
he did score.
He's probably been the most consistent.
He did score. I'm sorry. He could have scored more than
could have had a hat.
But like, in terms of physicality, athleticism, he's useful in more ways than just offensively. He's not going to be dropped. Ekitike has probably been your best attacker all season. Isak, you have to make it work here. So like that, he's gonna have to.
You didn't pay that money for it to not work. You feel me?
Salah, it's like, where's the longevity? We need to really, if I'm being real, like, it's more of a priority. If I'm them, it's more of a priority for us to make Isak and Wirtz work than Salah right now. Like 100%. There's no like long-term future in that. And like, we got like you said, the lightning in the bottle last year. No one thought we were going to win the Premier League, and he had a phenomenal season. But again, I think, Gabriel, you said, like, there's no way he's going to score what he scored.
Repeat it again, yeah.
There's no way.
I mean,
goals and assists, yeah.
For him to do that at that age, I just think, bro, like, we've seen this time and time again, man. This guy is Premier League legend, but it's just.
So how can they fix the Viet situation? Because I personally,
I just gotta let it ride.
Yeah,
just gotta let it ride, man.
He needs to adapt.
You played him?
Yeah, he needs to play.
You have to. There's no better teacher than experience, and not even just football, but just every aspect of life. There's no better teacher than experience. So I think for Wirtz, he's just gonna have to play through it. You're too good. You're too good, and also we spent too much money on you to not play. Like, it's just that, like, you have to play. So you're just gonna have to get used to it. And Wirtz, it may take a little bit longer for him to get used to it. But when he figures out the Prem, I'm sure he will look great.
Yeah.
It's just players figuring out the Prem. Like some players have a much shorter adaptation period than others. But whenever that does happen, I think he'll be fine. I don't think there's a world where Florian Wirtz doesn't adapt to the Prem. Personally, I don't see that world. I think that he will adapt at some point and he'll figure it out. And if he doesn't, shit, I guess. Hey, it is what it is. But there's not a world where I really don't see him not adapting. I really do feel like he is. I truly do feel like he is worth the money. Same with Isak. I feel like he was worth the money as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little gassed, He could have taken it down maybe 25 mil. But at the end of the day, I still feel like he was worth the money. And, yeah, 150 is nuts. 120 would have been cool. But it is what it is, But regardless of the price tag, I do feel like quality-wise, those players are both really, really good at what they do. There's a reason for that price tag. I just feel like it's going to take some time. And come on, that price tag weighs heavy on these players' heads. Let's be real. I know that price tag weighed heavy on Enzo when he first got it. Caicedo too when he first got it. Caicedo looked bad for the first couple months he was at Chelsea. We were on this pod like, yo, who is Mance? Like, who is this guy? So I can, like I said, it'll take some time, but I think, once Florian Wirtz takes off them Timberland boots, he'll be all right.
That's crazy. Not Lukaku. Yeah, no, that's a good place.
Caicedo had them too.
Yeah, no, that's a good place to end it. Liverpool, like you said, lightning in a bottle last year, but I agree with you, Salam. I think Salah, it might be time for him to, give his spot up to these young boys because, again, you want to start winning games. This 4 in a row, we could call it a blip or we could call it, a point in Liverpool season where they're going to start having to make hard decisions. And ultimately that comes down to Arne Slot because he is the manager.
But, yeah. I mean, he doesn't think about the last thing. Like, think about his situation. It should be easy for him to make this decision. Easy in the sense of, yes, obviously he's a legend of the club, but you just got here, bro. In your first season, you won the Premier League. You already have a little bit of clout. Maybe not more clout than this guy, but I think it's a big statement. And like, yo, man, we made the investment that we made. We need to move on. And this is like my first like big kind of act as a manager. Like, obviously, like, yeah.
So. No, yeah. I mean, last year they had essentially the same team from what he inherited from Klopp. This year they brought in signings, so now it's time to start managing. That's kind of my take on it. But before we get into our team predictions,
just one more thing before we get off Liverpool. I do want to say though that they've lost their last 4 matches, yes, but the last 4 matches that they lost: Crystal Palace, which Crystal Palace was on fire; Galatasaray away from home, Champions League, you can always get caught slipping; Chelsea away from home, tough match; and United at home. Now, we expect you to be United, but it is what it is, right? I will say from, I guess, not playing devil's advocate, but just from looking from, I guess, a Liverpool fan standpoint, if I were to be one, these are 4 matches where you're like, yes, they took L's, and obviously you don't want them to be all losses, but you could say they're kind of justifiable. You know what I mean? You can say that in a sense they are a little justifiable. Now, United, personally, I don't feel like United is justifiable, especially at home. Galatasaray, I feel like you should have beat them as well. But Chelsea away, I don't know. Crystal Palace away when they haven't really lost in 20 matches, I don't know. I don't know. And they've had a tough run. So I would say I don't want to say this is a blip because obviously it's not a blip. They've lost for a month straight. So
why are we being nice to Liverpool?
I'm not. No,
it's crazy that you're caping for them. You're on wax. This is on camera. I hope you. Hey, chill. You're on cam. No,
so I'm not. I'm not caping for Liverpool. I just understand, bro. You got to think about it. As an Arsenal fan, we started our home opener, our first game against United. We played United, I know it wasn't Liverpool, United, City, and maybe even Liverpool in our first 5 matches. So it's like, I'm not saying that they, I'm not trying to say like, oh, you know what it is. Like my point is, what I'm trying to say is that I can understand where they're coming from a loss standpoint, because these aren't tough matches. Obviously, you don't want them to lose. If Arsenal was losing all these matches, I'd be pissed too. But it's not unjustifiable.
Yeah,
it's
like you're not losing. Like
it's not like they're not losing to Brentford. They're not losing to Wolves. They're not losing to West Ham. Like they lost, like our loss to Liverpool. We lost off a free kick.
Oh,
Like,
let me ask you though, Gabriel.
You know what I mean?
Do you think? Because I agree with you in a sense. When you look at it objectively, it's not like you're not losing to these teams. But do you think, in the Prem specifically, do you think the fact that they have given up leads, or they've given up the lead? No, they're not even giving up the lead. They fucking lost the game. So, do you think it's a problem that they lost the game damn near in stoppage time all 3 times that they lost in the Prem?
No, because they've also won in stoppage time. For me, yes, how you win and how you lose does say something about the team, but maybe I'm just a little bit more hard-headed. But bro, like, you guys are the league leaders. You guys are the current champions of the league. Yes, you're going to have ups and downs throughout the season. And yes, Crystal Palace clearly has Liverpool's number. They beat them in the cup. They beat them in the season. Chelsea, hard match, just like you said. But what do you always say? You want to beat the teams that are in the top 4, top 6, and everyone else. You can't afford to take these losses. Gabriel, you've been on here and said that multiple times, speaking about Arsenal. You want Arsenal to, if you have to drop points, hopefully it's only against the teams that are in the top 4. But the rest of the table, from 6, 7, 8 down, you expect 3 points. So as Liverpool, this is the cream of the crop. Like, they won the league. We know who they are. They have pedigree. So sure, you can cut them some slack if you want. I'm not at all. If you're the leaders, act like it. You just spent a bag this summer. Act like it. So just like Mike said, when Chelsea spent a bag and we were going through our ups and downs, there was no sympathy for us. No. So I'm not here to sit down and coddle Liverpool because, oh, Slot has first world problems. Do we start Etikite or do we start Isak? You figure it out, fam. Like, that is not on us to look at you and say, hey, I know you guys are going through a rough time right now, but your team is good. You guys will get it together at some point. Figure it out.
He does have a point, though, bro. It's not like if they lost to Leeds, and then they lost to West Ham, and then they lost to Bournemouth, and then they lost to, like,
I'm not saying, but you gotta think about it, bro. Even but think about it. Last year when Pep was going through his ups and downs, he was locking himself in the manager's room. People didn't know where he was for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? We had to do a 911 call. Where is Klopp? Have you seen him? Like, so for me, you're the manager of the team that is at the top. You're not going to get sympathy from me. You might get it from everyone else, but bro, you have first world problems. Figure it out. If this is a blip, hopefully you nip this in the bud. And then, when you see these teams that are lower on the table, hopefully you can get your get back. But if you want to win the league, you're going to have to do it again. Last year was phenomenal. Last year was great. Nobody expected Arne Slot to come in. And I don't even want to keep talking about Liverpool, but nobody expected Slot to come in and win the league. We were all shocked. We all were looking at him the entire season. Salah had one of the best years in Premier League history. But bro, you got to do it again.
I agree.
You have to do it again.
He does have.
Yeah, and now everyone knows who you guys are. You guys have the target on your back. So don't expect teams to play soft against you. Every team wants to take down Liverpool. It's just, it is what it is. So that's just my take on it. Gabriel, you can give him sympathy if you want. I have no sympathy for that team.
No, it's not even sympathy. I'm just like, I told you all this earlier, though. This luck is going to run out for Liverpool. I told you, these last-minute comeback wins and all, it's going to run out at a certain point, and it's run out pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. A couple weeks into it, this past month, it ran out quick. Four losses straight. So, like I said, I'm not giving them sympathy. I just understand that it's going to take time for players to adjust. It's just
I agree.
It's just going to take time. And if Arne Slot is as elite as he's been presented to be, and if he's as elite to doing the Prem this first season and all that, he'll figure it out. And I truly do think he will figure it out. But I just don't want to put too much stock in it just because we're 2 months in. That's all.
No, that's fair. Yeah, we were supposed to talk about Liverpool that long. Hey, for all you Scousers out there, you're welcome. We talked about you guys more than we talked about our own teams. Trust, I'm not a Liverpool fan. But before we get into our own predictions, let's talk Champions League, man. We're back. No more international break. Tuesday, Wednesday, Champions League round 3. Just like we did last time, I'm just going to go down each game. We're just going to go and say who we think will win. Starting off on Tuesday, October 21st, we got Barcelona versus Olympiacos. Who do y'all got?
Barca. Come on. Stop playing.
Yeah, Barca. Yeah, Barca.
I'm going to go Olympiacos.
All right, Salam.
Always want to be different. We have also on Tuesday, Kariat Almaty versus Paphos FC.
Paphos.
I'm gonna go Paphos.
I'm gonna be different.
I guess we cannot. Same. I'll go Kariat.
Yeah, I'll go Kariat. Chelsea boys with the Kariat. Let's go. Tuesday, we also have Arsenal versus Atleti. Gabriel, I'm gonna start with you. Who you got?
Where's the game?
It's at the Emirates.
2-0 win. Get up out of there. Simple.
I don't know. I can see like a 1-1 draw.
I'll go 2-2.
What Skepta be saying? Grease. Shout out my man's Grease. I got a Griezmann goal. Lock it in. And that one's for free. Everything else on Patreon. Leverkusen versus PSG. Who we got?
PSG.
Paris Saint-Germain.
I agree. FC Copenhagen versus Dortmund.
I'll go Dortmund.
Where's the match?
It's in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen win or draw. Lock it in now.
I got Dortmund with that one.
Lock it in now.
I got Dortmund. They just lost to Bayern this past weekend. I think they need a GRG.
I'm side with Gabriel. I think Copenhagen win or draw.
Wow. All right. Newcastle versus Benfica.
Walter Made goal assist.
Yeah, I can agree with that one, Mike. Walter Made scored again this weekend too.
Young Nick.
Yeah, I would.
He's looking.
That's a weird one. I can see a draw actually out of this one.
I'm going to Newcastle, man. I like what I see with that guy.
Yeah, I like him. The money is definitely well spent. Spent so far. You can see.
Yeah.
I'm a rock with Benfica. Jose.
I'm with you, Salam. I got to rock with Benfica, man. Jose. These are the nights where legends are made. We got PSV versus Napoli.
Yeah, Napoli. This is a GRG for Napoli. They took an L to Torino. So I'm going to go Napoli, man.
I agree.
Napoli as well.
Union St. Gilloise versus Inter.
Inter.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Turan, man. He's been running well this year. And then the last match here on Tuesday, Villarreal versus Man City.
Ooh, I'm gonna go City on it.
Where is it?
Get your belt
out. It's in Spain.
It's in Spain. Holland goal for
Spain.
They said he scored 21 goals in like 11 games. He scored 11 games in a row, and he scored like
he's been on a tear. Holland,
he's scoring like every 40 minutes or something.
Nobody even talks about it anymore.
Yeah.
It's when you're that good. It's like how Braun just does things, and you're just like, oh, yeah, Braun did something else great. Like it's normal. I honestly, this might be me going on a limb, but obviously Haaland goal or assist, but Villarreal win or draw. I can see them. This Villarreal team is very good. I think people are doubting how good this team is. They're good. They're good side.
Yeah, like we were saying, shout out my boy Tani Olawase, made that move from Minnesota over on Villarreal.
Hey, they got Partey too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Partey.
They got Vega in the back. Vega in the back.
I'm going City still, though.
Yeah, I'm going to lean City as well. Although Villarreal is at home, so Gabriel, I see why you're taking them. Could be a tricky match.
Mm-hmm.
So for our Wednesday slate, we have Athletic Club or Athletic Bilbao versus Qarabag.
Qarabag undefeated right now, right?
I believe
Atletico.
Oh yeah, 2 wins.
Atletico.
I'm gonna go.
We ain't gonna do that.
Athletic Club.
I'm going
Athletic Club.
Yeah, I'll go Bilbao at home. Galatasaray versus Bode Glint.
That's actually a tricky one, but I'm gonna go. Where's the match?
It's in Turkey, so it's already a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Walking into Turkey, man. Hey,
Galatasaray.
Yeah, speak to Liverpool. They know about walking into Turkey. It's definitely not sweet. Atalanta versus Slavia Prague.
Where's the match?
It's in Italy.
Atalanta.
I'm gonna go Slavia Prague, man. Under.
Atalanta.
I'm going Atalanta.
Yeah, they're gonna get.
Shout out Lookman, man. I'm going Atalanta. We have Bayern Munich versus Club Brugge.
Oh yeah, Bayern, man.
Come on.
Yeah, Kane goal or assist. Just lock it in now,
bro. This Bayern team is going to be definitely favorites for Champions League right now. In my opinion, I'd see them in the final.
Hey, I'm calling it right now. Ballon d'Or favorite, Harry Kane. I'm telling you right now.
He's having a phenomenal year, man.
Good shout.
He's another one that's scoring like once every 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. But I'm going Bayern.
Also going Bayern. We got the Chelsea Blues versus Ajax. You already know what type of time it is. The bridge is not sweet.
Where's it at?
It's at the bridge, baby. The bridge, baby.
I got Ajax.
Good. Good. If you want to lose money, bet with Gabriel.
Name 2 guys on Ajax right now. Gabriel, don't do that. Come on. Don't do that. Gabriel, don't do that. You know.
Hey, Gabriel, tell him.
Hey, tell him about. Hey, talk about
Vouts.
Don't do that.
Hey, you're funny, Mike. Hey,
Champions League nights at the bridge is different. Come on.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at Ajax's roster, and besides Weghorst,
I had to do the same.
I checked them out. I'm like, I don't know anybody on this team.
Yeah, usually there's like, at least a couple that are in the mix that we know. But I ain't gonna lie, I still got Ajax, man.
All right. Hey, I'm going Chelsea.
The coach of Ajax is Heitinga. You guys remember Heitinga? Mike, you remember Heitinga?
No way, really?
I swear, he's the only person him and Weghorst. That's all I know. Damn, bro, we getting old, man. Heitinga.
We are. It's a coach. I didn't even
be my shout out, man. Shout out to I used to put you on the bench in FIFA all the time.
That's funny.
Shout out to you, bro.
We also got on Wednesday Frankfurt versus Liverpool. Do we think Liverpool get that GRG?
No, I didn't even hear the team you said, but I'm going to go with that.
Frankfurt. They're in Germany.
I didn't even hear the team you said, but I'm going to go with the other team.
That's crazy. Yeah, so they're at Frankfurt.
Both teams will score.
We got Monaco versus Tottenham in Monaco.
Wow, that's actually a good game.
Tricky matchup, right?
Monaco. Shout out Balogun.
I'm gonna go Mohamed Kudus goal or assist. Spurs win.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Monaco.
Okay. I think I'm gonna lean Monaco as well.
I think they're expecting Pogba back, right?
I'm not sure if he'll be back yet.
What? They said before the break, they were like, "Oh yeah, he should be back."
They said so. I'm looking on Foot Mob right now, and they said late October would be his return. So possibly, I'm not sure. But we'll definitely be monitoring that. Real Madrid. You said what?
He gonna be making club for walkthroughs. Walking with the club, man.
You gonna see a little walk. Hey, I'll be feeling like the man when I walk through.
Yeah, I bet he does, man. I can't wait for whenever that game is. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Real Madrid versus Juventus.
Real
Ooh.
Madrid. Good matchup for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Juventus is in some trouble now too again.
Yeah, they
aren't
lost
they
to
always?
Como. Yeah, they lost to Como today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, dude. 2-0.
2-0, yeah. Nico Paz.
Sorry with Madrid. Low key, obviously.
Hey, what'd you just say, Mike? Who you just say?
Nico Paz.
Say that one more time. Yeah,
Nico
yeah,
Paz.
yeah. Hey, Nico, come to Chelsea, fam. Come to
Obviously.
Chelsea.
Kind of like what we were talking about with Haaland, and just we're kind of used to the scoring. Mbappe scored again today. So I mean he's low key just we kind of expect that from him, but
Yeah.
I mean, bro, he's been like scoring all season.
Hey, so was the guy that Mike said, man. Nico Paz, Argentinian, 21, over on Como. That kid is special, bro. He's special. The last match here on Wednesday, Sporting versus Marseille.
Where's the match?
It is in Portugal at Sporting.
Still gonna go Marseille.
Marseille's been on a 5-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what Greenwood did?
I did.
That guy, man.
Yeah, bro. It's just so sad.
It's sad, yeah.
Hey,
no matter what he does,
I'm rocking with Alba, man. You know, Alba and Marseille.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marseille looks good. I'll go with Marseille too, but I think whatever Greenwood does, we will just never give him the attention. Because we saw the things, we heard the things. It is what it is.
But bro, as sad as it is, like I see him back in the Prem at some point. Like,
somebody
really? You think so?
Yeah.
I don't.
Somebody will.
I don't see him back in the Prem. As much as I don't. Yeah, no. I don't see him back. I don't think English media is ready for that. And if they are ready for that,
the English media is ready for that. I can guarantee you.
I think it'll be revolutionary, but I don't think that they're ready for that one.
You think it'll be more?
I don't think he's ready for the English media.
I don't even think it's really the English media. I think it's just going to be fans. I think the media.
I agree.
Can only say,
but are fans not media? Are fans not media?
Well, yeah, I'm saying like the actual like the media that's like in their face. I would say that interacts with them directly.
But I feel like fans are in their face though. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think that. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I should specify. When I say media, fans are included. I don't think that England is ready for that. And it's crazy because in America, this is gonna maybe sound so bad, but like in America, we've seen situations like this more often in a lot of different sports. So I'm not gonna say it's more accepted, but we've seen people come back from that type of situation before more often in America, I would say. In England, they really don't play about that. So for me, I just don't see a route back for him in the EPL. I really don't, and I don't think the fans, the league, the media is ready for that personally. And like I said, if they are, revolutionary. Greenwood will literally be revolutionary playing the EPL if he comes back from that whole situation. But hey, 4 goals. I mean, obviously the talent is there, bro. You can't deny it. 4 goals is major.
That was never in question. It's talent. It's just you look at where we've been the past few years and like the position that he could have just really helped us out. But anyway, locks. How we doing?
Hey, if y'all don't go ahead and follow us on Patreon, the KickBack FC.
Ain't no more free, Randy.
Yeah, the free money store. The free money store has closed up. We are now a for-profit business.
Shut them down. Open up shop.
Once again, 4-0 on locks. Great picks, boys. Everyone hit their locks. I'm not even. Well, we can go one by one. I know I had Sunderland win or draw. They won 2-0 today. Salam, what was your lock tip?
3.5 goals. Liverpool versus Man United.
Yeah, under 3.5, 2-1. That hit. Mike, go ahead. What was yours?
Over 2.5 goals. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth.
3-3. Banger of a match. If you guys didn't go watch those highlights, please go and do or go watch the match. Amazing match. And Canoes, what was yours as well?
I had the Brighton Newcastle, both teams to score.
And that was 2-1, right? Brighton?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
2-1 Brighton. So we are no longer giving you free money but paid money. So no, just come shop with us, man. We will have the right picks for you. And like I said, we've been calling games, big and small. I said Crystal Palace would beat or draw against Liverpool and they end up winning 2-1. So come shop with us, man. We listen, as a group through 8 weeks, none of us have less than 5 wins. We're all at 5 wins or more through 8 weeks, So y'all want some money? Y'all want some game? Come to the Patreon. You can see all the picks every week. And not only are we gonna just do Premier League, we're gonna start giving you Champions League picks too. So
just win during the week. Come win during the weekend.
Yeah. We're trying to set up. Your weekend, through the Champions League, and we're gonna set up your week through the Premier League on the weekend. You feel me? You're trying to set up your entire life week by midweek and on the weekend. So just come to the Patreon, man. KickBack FC. Come rock with us, and we'll have some picks for you.
Right now, y'all got the direct line. It's gonna get to a point. You'll have to get in touch with somebody else to get in touch. So, get in while it's hot.
I'm weak.
But on that,
shout outs.
But before we get into shout outs, I did want to say too another announcement. Obviously, we're going to be starting Kickback Fridays, which will be us playing EAFC. If you guys want to tap in with us, we will be streaming on YouTube and Twitch. If you subscribe to the Patreon and you want to get involved on the actual streams, that's your way to do so. But yeah, tap in with us, man. If you guys think you guys can beat us in FIFA, we'll see.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of people talking in comments, and I know some of y'all out there got the game, so you can shop with us, you can kick it with us,
Listen, come with some money with us, or come get your ass beat on the FIFA. whichever you prefer.
Yeah, we can talk wagers on stream. It's nothing like it's whatever.
Yeah, don't call no GRG on the stream and don't pay that 20. You feel me?
That's funny. Shout outs.
I have 2 shout outs, and honestly, these are not players from my team, but I feel like they truly deserve shout outs after today, even though they lost. Shout out Cody Gakpo, man. When he first got signed to Liverpool, he had a rough start. To be completely honest, he had a rough start, but I feel like he's truly grown over his year and a half, past 2 years at Liverpool, and today he scored the goal. He scored the game tying goal, but he could have had a hat trick, hit the post twice, was always threatening. Really, really, really great. And then also my other shout out Chiesa, man. This one, bro, Federico Chiesa. This guy, when Liverpool signed him, I was so confused. I was like, why? He's going to be injured the entire time. He's not going to really do much. And has he been injured the entire time? Yes, he has. He's been injured quite literally most of the time he's been in Liverpool. But this season, so far, he provided the assist, I believe, to Gakpo, and he's just been providing really big moments for Liverpool after leaving Juventus and having the whole thing. So shout out Federico Chiesa, man. That's he's been balling out. I want to give him his flowers this early in the season. So it's my shout outs.
Yeah, my shout out is to Darlington Nagy of the Columbus Crew.
Liberian ball. Librarian Bona.
He just finally hung him up. He's gonna be retiring at the end of the season, and I mean, what a career!
Serial
2 MLS
winner.
Cups. You know, he's
Three,
won
no?
things.
3.
He has 3.
Wait, he has 2 with Columbus, and
he got 4.
He has 4.
Yeah,
oh
It's
yeah, he has 1 with
4.
Columbus.
Oh, shit.
Atlanta,
You're
and then
right.
2 with the crew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
2
have
with the
to
crew, yeah.
redo that, Mike, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Wait. Let me back up.
Put some respect on my people there now.
I was going to only talk about his Columbus stuff, but that would be unfair to him. But
He's been winning since
Darlington
college,
Maggie, man.
Since Akron.
Ohio, well, Liberian kid, but he grew up in Ohio.
Bro.
Finally got to play
Put some respect on it.
for the Ohio
Cleveland.
team. And we're going to look back, man, and we're going to wonder how he didn't get as many caps for the U.S. national team. But we're going to miss him. We're definitely going to miss him.
I think the league's gonna miss him. Not even.
Absolutely.
I know obviously Columbus is gonna miss him, but I think the league as a whole is gonna miss his character, who he is as a person, on and off the pitch.
Yeah, I don't think
10 out of 10, man.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of these guys. Sorry, we haven't had a lot of these guys, and he's just been one of those stand-up guys in the league that you can look to and kind of be like, yeah, he's been a professional his whole career. Everywhere he's went, he's won. And I just wanted to give him a shout out, man. What a great career.
Yeah, quality and class, man. One of the best I ever do in the MLS for sure. I got 2 shout outs today. My first is to Alyssa Thompson. Got her first goal and first assist for the Chelsea women's team. It came in the Champions League match. They won 4-0. That girl's a superstar, man. I can't talk about her enough. I think Chelsea, you know, they got 3 American players, Kat Macario, Naomi Girma, and now Alyssa Thompson. So we're starting to see these, you know, these U.S. players cross the pond and actually do some big things over there. You know, she won't be the first and she definitely won't be the last, but it's just super dope to see what she's doing over there. I actually watched an interview with her this past week, and you know, she's only 19 years old. We kind of forget, like, she's still a child. You know, this is her first time leaving home. She grew up in California, so Angel City. She was living with her sister. She was living with her parents. Now she's, you know, crossing the pond, first time living in London. She said it took her a little bit to adjust, but she was talking about how the team has really, you know, wrapped their arms around her and made everything an easy transition. So for her to see her goal and assist this past week, it was super dope, man. I'm super proud of her and just happy for her as well. And then my second shout out, man, young man Daniel Welbeck. Still scoring for Brighton, man. Scored the game winner in their 2-1 win this past weekend. I talked about him when he beat Chelsea. Not when he beat Chelsea, when Brighton beat Chelsea, he scored a brace. He's still giving the league, man, headaches. Daniel Welbeck is out here giving the league headaches, fam. And for him to be doing that in now 3 decades is kind of cool. So shout out to him.
I hear that. United Academy graduate, Daniel Welbeck. My first shout out is going to go to Anders Dreyer for San Diego. Obviously, on the last day of the MLS regular season, San Diego wrapped up the #1 seed in the Western Conference. So shout out to them. Shout out to all of them. 19 goals, 17 assists on the season. So a big part of, you know, why they are where they are right now. Obviously, you know, Chucky Lozano was the big summer signing, but I don't know, man. I feel like I can't remember the last time someone has had like this direct impact in the league so far and actually, you know, translates to like winning.
I mean, Evander.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying like this is his first season in the league. Evander had 2 seasons prior, but yeah. But to your point, Evander's had a good season as well. And then my second shout out is going to go to our keeper Lemens. Massive performance against Liverpool. I believed he showed a lot of composure. He built off of, the positive performance that he had at home versus Sunderland, and, definitely showed a little bit of what we haven't had, which was stability in the back. So definitely brings that calming presence and confidence to the team and the back line. So shout out to him. And I thought he had, a phenomenal game at Anfield.
So let's who do y'all see this week? No more international break,
Yeah, I'll start with Chelsea. We already talked about the Ajax match midweek, but over the weekend we play Sunderland at home. 2 home matches back to back, Wednesday and Saturday. I see 6 points in our future.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, what do you think?
I agree with him. 2 matchups, Ajax and Sunderland. These are both winnable games. There are no excuses. I think we should win.
That's fair. Arsenal sees Palace over the weekend, which is actually going to be a pretty good match. I'm looking forward to it. But we see him at the Emirates. Honestly, I want to shut Mateta up. We have a record for kind of telling strikers to shut up when they come to see us. So I want to see another clean sheet. It'll be interesting to see how Eze performs against his old club. Obviously he just left them, but I expect 6 points from this week and another 3 points kind of going into another week in the Prem, man. We're almost 10 matches deep, boys. We say we're so early, but then by the time it's going to be May, we're like, damn, the season's about to end, So, yeah.
About a fourth of the way through.
December is right around the corner, and then we have
winter is coming.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. That's why it's so right now, to your point, is such a pivotal point in the season. This is when injuries start happening. This is when you start realizing problems that maybe weren't there or maybe were there, but you just kind of looked away because you were winning at the time. Shout out to Liverpool. But yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, good episode, guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. 2 game picks this week, and then EAFC is going to be on Friday. So,
who y'all see, bro?
Oh, sure. Did I not go? I try to Irish exit,
Irish goodbye.
Yeah. We play Brighton.
Say his pick.
We play Brighton at
Munich. Brighton Munich.
We play Brighton at home. This has been a tough matchup for us for the past few seasons, and obviously we just talked about Welbeck and his the great start of the season that he's had. This is going to be a good matchup for us based off of the performance that we had against Liverpool. I'm going to choose to believe that we will build on that performance and we'll get the 3 points at home. Really confident with this keeper that we have, and I think if we could just convert on even just half the chances that we create, I think the narrative around this team would be a little bit different, especially if he can provide some stability for us in the back. So I'm going to go with the 3 points at home. But yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in. My last shout out to you, Joseph.
Hey, before we cut the mic, Darlington, if this somehow gets to you, we're free for an interview at any time. We would love to have. We would love to kick back. We know that you're gonna have a little bit more free time on your hands, so we're Ohio boys as well.
We'll come to Columbus and
you already know, man.
Studio, man.
Shout out to Sycamore.
Yeah, Sycamore Studio for sure. But appreciate everybody for tuning in, and thank you for joining us on the Kickback.